And here's my 20 tips about snowplowing with your ATV. If you don't have a plow, I can recommend you to buy a decent plow. Buy from a well-known brand. Ask your local dealer what he can recommend. The first things you need to check is the springs. Like this one, I have a cheap brand, almost no name plow with the springs is under 1 inch thick. So I think it's like 2 centimeters in diameter. So these springs is really terrible. Also you want to check that the plow is thick steel and heavy. I don't know how much this weight, but I think it's like 18-20 kilo. That is like almost 40 pounds. And to remove the snow from the plow from sticking, I have made a video about it. The wire tend to break easily when you're plowing. So always go for a rope. Synthetic rope. This one is a cheap one. I think I paid like 35, I don't know, US dollars for this one. I have mounted a winch stopper here. You don't need it for plowing, but it's always good to have when using your winch. This one is a cheap one from eBay. About your ATV, all ATVs above 300-350 CCM and above should be good enough for plowing. But what you want is good tires, hopefully with chains, snow chains or spikes. The more heavy your ATV is, the better. If your ATV is too light, it will not do the job really good. And about on the backside of the ATV, you want something heavy if you don't have chains. And back to the plow. You see here, my plow is really close to the tires. I think it's like 1 feet, 30 centimeters apart. It's a little bit too close. That's the only way I could fit this no-name brand Biltema plow on my ATV. About buying a cheap brand, like this one, I think I paid like the half of the well-known brand Black Wolf for a CF Moto. So I think it's like half the price, but a little bit regret it still, because it took so long time to mount it. But it was back in 2018, so 4 years ago. How wide my plow is? 152 centimeters, or about 60 inch. The plow should always be wider than your ATV. Always. If your plow is not wide enough, you will have problem plowing. At least when it's deep snow. But if your ATV can't push big amount of plow with snow, then you need to go thinner plow. One problem I have with the plow being too close to the tires or the front of the ATV is I can't push it a lot of up when I'm pushing the snow. What I mean by that is when I'm plowing, I can't get the snow up here. If I try to drive up with my plow, the front of the plow will hit my ATV and probably destroy the plastic. So if the plow is further away, you can plow up and throw the snow all the way in. So how do you do it? When the plow is getting close to edge, then you take the winch a little bit up and up and up until you are on top. But the problem is with my winch system is my winch is really slow, so I can't get it up. Then I have to stop until I can get it up. Another thing to think about, when you are plowing until something, I mean, let me say this was the garage, and the garage door was stopping here. What we will do is take the plow, put it down and drag it out. If you keep pushing the snow till the garage door or whatever, you will get a lot of snow. You can see here by my house, it's the same here. I could take the plow and drag it out and then move the snow further down, but I haven't. Usually I just plow straight through here, because I can. But it's no important for me to take all the snow away here. When you're plowing your driveway and over the road, always look to the sides, if it's coming a car, anything. And I don't know about the laws in your country. I heard some countries you are not allowed to even plow over the road, because, yeah, different rules. Here we are allowed to do it, but we need to clean up the road after, as good as we can. Every time you plow close to a car or something really expensive, always be careful. How close you can be depends how much you take care of your car, or yeah. But never get too close. Even with my old car, I'm always like 10 centimeters away from the wheels, or from the edge of the car. Last time I have been like 15-20 centimeters away, just to be sure. 10 centimeters is a little bit too close. And why? When you are in reverse, it's so easily to hit the car with a plow. And same when I'm like this, I have plowed the front of the car. And you can see I have like a gap here. You can see here, I'm starting plowing here and go not a straight line. And in front of that place I didn't take a lot. Why? I could always take that one also, but it's a little bit snow, so I don't bother to do that. But always be careful. And most of the time on the side of my car I always plow like one strip down. But I didn't do it this time, because when I move the car I will plow all the places here. Like I said, always be careful when plowing close to your car, or anyone else's car. Especially if it's an expensive Tesla, or something like that. If it's a German car, don't bother. Just kidding. If you have these shoes, you should have these kind of shoes on your plow. This one is adjustable. You can adjust how far up the plow should be. A good rule of thumb is to have a wide enough so you can fit a finger under. But all depends how you're gonna plow your driveway. If your driveway is asphalt and you don't want ice, then you can adjust it all the way down. But if you have a gravel driveway like I do, you want like one finger apart from hitting the ground. But all depends. In the beginning of the season, always leave a gap. Later you can always adjust it more down. I left it at stock from the first time I mounted it, so it worked great for me. And if you have seen my snowplowing videos, you can see how far down the plow is going. About side wings. If you have side wings, put them on. I don't have side wings. I have plans to buy one, or at least two. One for each side. What the side wings help you with is so the snow doesn't fall off the edges when you're plowing. So if you have side wings, put them on. Or if you don't, buy them. I haven't bought any side wings yet, because this cheap plow, I don't know the angle, if it sideways will be the right angle. But I will see. I think next year, if I don't buy a new plow. If your plow comes with only one side wing, why, you may ask? Yeah, it's a little bit stupid to only come with one, you think, but it's not. But all depends. If it comes with only one side wing, the side wing should be, if you like plowing to this, to the right side, then the side wing should be on the left side, for stopping the snow to get on the road. But if you like me, plowing back and forth, different direction, and like I used to do, is turning the plow, then one side wing is stupid things to have. Then you want two or none. And about turning the plow, if you have seen my videos from the 2 last years, I always had the plow just straight. There's a reason for it, because this cheap plow doesn't have a good mounting system for the winch. The temporary fix I have block it for turning to an angle. Plus, I don't bother always to turn the plow in an angle, because it takes too much effort and I don't have a long driveway where I need to do it. So, should you have the plow in an angle when you're plowing? It's up to you. I can recommend it if you have a really long driveway. So then you can start from the middle and plow to the right side maybe, and the next from the right side, and you're driving back, start from the other side and plow to the other side. It's not snowing, it's hagel. Hard snow. Cool. If you're plowing with a UTV, you can put down markers on the edges here, like a flag up here, so you can see where the edge of the plow is on each side. With ATV you don't need to have it, because it's easily to see where the plow is. And again, about the weight of the plow, the heavier the plow, the better, at least when you're removing slushy snow. And when the snow is too deep, not like this one, this is like almost no snow, but when the snow is too deep, the heavier the plow, the more it will dig in. And today, this is like just fresh powder. So this snow is really easily to plow. Really light. You see, the snow is not cold. A little bit. I hope my tips was good for anyone wondering about plowing with your ATV, or generally in plowing with a tractor or anything you use. So, tomorrow, more plowing, probably. But today is like 1 inch with snow, a little bit more than 1 inch. So, see you in the next video. Bye bye.